Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Wednesday, June 11th of 2025. I'm Stasia. Tonight in the news, tree branch collapse injures 2 in St. George. Grenada's investment and marketing agency revenues plummet, 72% drop in April 2025. Grenada seeks eased visa restrictions with Canada. And in regional news, CARICOM ministers meet in Guyana to address trade challenges. While internationally, LA protesters defy curfew, demand end to immigration ICE raids amid National Guard deployment. And coming up in sports, LOC says plans well underway for Windies versus Australia test in St. George. We'll have all the details for you and after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. A dramatic incident unfolded in Mount Gay, St. George, when a branch from a nearby tree came crashing down into a tent, injuring 2 individuals. Christina John has that story.
It was a close call for Von Francis, a.k.a. South boss of Mungay St. George, as a branch from a nearby tree came crashing down into the tent he was selling under, injuring himself and a customer. Francis and the individual were rushed to the General Hospital for medical attention. Von's parked car was also damaged by the branch. It is believed that the branch broke as a result of heavy winds from a tropical wave currently impacting the island. GBN spoke to the mother of the injured man off camera, who rushed to the scene after receiving the news.
To the hospital because apparently he said apparently when he saw the branch coming, he like jumped from under there and he got a lash like in his back with part of the branch. I think the wind, days before now, the wind was very high up here. Apparently there was another person, a lady, he said, and she got a lash.
South's boss is renowned for his diverse South preparations. Parliamentary representative for St. George Northeast, Ron Redhead, said he is thankful that no lives were lost. He said the team was mobilized and the tree, which showed areas of weakness, was cut down.
Well, essentially, the young man who normally would do the sauce and that kind of cuisine, he and one of his customers got injured as a result of the donkeys. So far, I would not want to venture in to say I know exactly how extensive it was. Both individuals indicated that they were feeling some pain. So my advice was to get them down to the hospital. So we reached out to the General Hospital and provided their names, and almost immediately they left afterwards. So at least they should be seeking medical attention, and we hope that all goes well with them. Again, it's part of the freak nature of and the uncertain nature of weather, but you have to be prepared for it, and so they were.
What they received the blow to the back?
Back and head and some of those areas. But they actually scampered out as the tree branch itself broke. This vehicle, this car was damaged as a result, and also the tree fell. Yeah, the white. So the windscreen on the back is broken. It was packed closer, so the windscreen on the back is broken. So the tree is going to pose a threat anyhow. So we just decided to cut it down one time.
Mr. Redhead reminds individuals of the importance of preparedness and to be mindful of trees that are likely to pose a threat to homes or lives as we venture deeper into the Atlantic hurricane season.
You know, we are affected by a tropical wave, and it's part in the process of educating people of the hurricane season, understanding that even without an actual threat, you can still be impacted by the weather. And so, in particular, no lives were lost, thankfully, but what we did was to activate our response team and mobilize the teams to begin the clearance immediately.
Christina John, GBN News.
Grenada remains under close weather watch as two tropical waves continue to influence conditions in the region, bringing increased chances of rainfall and possible flooding. According to the 2 p.m. weather update bulletin from the Met Office, the first tropical wave, which passed just north of Grenada earlier today, delivered cloudy skies and light to moderate showers across parts of the island. The system, now situated around 311 nautical miles west of Grenada, continues to move westward at about 10 knots with its southern end fueling convection over Venezuela. Meanwhile, Tropical Wave 2, currently in the central Atlantic, is gaining attention. It sits along 53 degrees west, about 511 nautical miles east of Grenada, and is moving west at a speed of 10 to 15 knots. Due to the expected conditions, a low-level flood and landslide alert remain in effect through Thursday, particularly in vulnerable and low-lying areas. Meteorologist Stasia Johnson is here to provide an update on what to expect tonight and into tomorrow. Ms. Johnson, thank you for joining us.
It's good to be here. We're expecting another tropical wave to cross us overnight into tomorrow. It's just about 53 degrees west, which is about 511 nautical miles east of Grenada. And with that, we can expect these conditions to continue, cloudy to overcast and windy conditions. Light to moderate showers becoming heavy at times, and also a medium chance of isolated thunderstorms. We also have a flood warning in effect for overnight.
Okay. Now, we saw some rain and some heavy winds this morning. Should we expect that to be about the same going into tomorrow, or are we expecting it to be a bit stronger?
We're expecting the conditions to continue overnight. Sometime after midnight, we might have a bit of heavier showers going into tomorrow morning. But as the day progresses tomorrow, we'll see an ease in the showers, but the cloudiness would remain.
Okay. So it sounds like we need to be careful on the roads. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Grenada's Investment Migration Agency, IMA, has reported a significant decline in revenues with a 72% drop in April 2025. The IMA generated only EC $10.1 million, a substantial decrease from EC $46.5 million in April 2024. The decline has raised concerns about the government's reliance on citizenship by investment funds. The overall revenue shortfall for April was EC $41.4 million, with total current revenue decreasing from EC $133.2 million to EC $91.8 million. Opposition leader Emmeline Pierre expressed concern about the shortfall in projected revenue, stating that it could negatively impact the economy. The New National Party is particularly concerned about the revenue shortfall for the period January to April 2025, which exceeds $9 million.
Government needs to look and pay serious attention to other sources of revenue and how important it is to stimulate the economy, encourage and facilitate economic activities so that we can increase revenue collection. And so when we look at this situation, we are extremely concerned about the implications of this for the ordinary people, those who are not able to be paid for contracts they've already completed. We are concerned what the shortfall can mean as it relates to medication in health facilities. We are concerned about what the shortfall can mean to even a child that is not able to benefit from the school feeding program.
However, other revenue streams performed well. The Citizenship by Investment, or CBI program, exceeded projections, collecting EC 69.4 million compared to the projected EC 61.7 million. Customs and Excise earned EC 156.7 million, surpassing projections and 2024 collections. The Inland Revenue Department collected EC 169.3 million, also exceeding projections. The significant decline in IMA revenue has sparked concerns about the impact on Grenada's economy. GBN will seek responses from IMA and other economic experts on the impact of this decline. As Grenada strengthens its diplomatic ties with Canada, concerns about visa restrictions remain a pressing issue for citizens at home and abroad. During a recent episode of DMs with the PM, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell discussed the government's efforts to enhance relations and diplomatic engagement with Canada. He highlighted the establishment of Grenada's High Commission in Ottawa as a significant milestone.
Our government came into office, the lifting of visas from Canada. So in that sense, our request and our engagement with the Canadian government is ongoing, but there has been no recent discussions because, as you're aware, Canada only recently held elections. We've got a new Prime Minister. What I can say to the public is that we have a newly minted High Commissioner to Canada. We reopened, or opened, I should say, for the first time in Ottawa, the political capital of Canada, our High Commission office. It is staffed by Ambassador Sylvester Quallis, who, as you know, is a former member of Parliament for St. Andrew Southwest and a former government minister under the previous NDC administration, and that is one of the things that I've tasked him with.
The Prime Minister emphasized that while the process is complex and may take time, Grenada is committed to exploring every diplomatic avenue to secure greater mobility and access for its citizens. The High Commission in Ottawa reopened earlier this year and is expected to play a crucial role in fostering bilateral relations, providing consular services, and advocating for the interests of Grenadian nationals in Canada. This is News at 7. Coming up, stay with us. Grenada to upgrade airport arrival experience with digital enhancements.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
Need to check your bill balance? Use the Grenlec mobile app. Open the Grenlec mobile app and tap the icon labeled Balances at the bottom of the screen. View your bill details, including your current bill balance, the due date by which you must settle your bill, the amount and date of the last payment you made. It's quick, easy, and available 24/7. Convenience at your fingertips.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Climate change is real. Storms are getting stronger and droughts are lasting longer. Are you prepared for what's ahead? At Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, we want to help you protect your investments. Build for the future with a BFF loan. Make climate-smart upgrades and strengthen your home to withstand nature's unpredictability. Get 100% financing to build or purchase a home or make additions to your existing structure. Enjoy discounts on related loan fees and special benefits when you choose climate-resilient solutions. We are also offering financing of up to $50,000 unsecured for your home upgrades. Invest in renewable energy, energy-efficient appliances, water storage, and so much more. The time is now to ensure your investments can withstand climate change. Invest in your home, protect your family, and secure your future with a BFF loan. You have a BFF in Co-op Bank. Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinaire Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank.
Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The Mass officially starts now as Spice Mass Corporation together with Aura Caribbean is turning up the thing all the way up with Carnival City Fusion Thursdays. It all kicks off on Thursday, May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. We're bringing the vibes to the Port Louis lawn. Gates open 7 p.m. Action starts 8 p.m. Get ready for live performances from your favorite soca, groovy and calypso artists, plus the sweet sounds of steel band, live bands, and all the mass elements you love. Veco, Jab Jab, Short Knee, Mokojumbi, Apache, and more. It's more than a line. It's a whole carnival experience. So grab your crew, bring the energy, and come let's celebrate where culture meets pure excitement. Carnival City Fusion Thursdays, Port Louis Lawn, beginning May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. Come, let's play a mass, cause the thing starts.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. Grenada is set to enhance the arrival experience with continued digitization at Maurice Bishop International Airport. Details in this Beverly Telesford report.
By September this year, travelers arriving in Grenada can expect a more streamlined and efficient experience at the Maurice Bishop International Airport as the government moves forward with additional digital upgrades. One of the major improvements will be the replacement of the traditional paper-based embarkation, disembarkation or ED cards with an electronic version. These cards, which are typically filled out by passengers upon arrival, will soon be completed online, easing the entry process and reducing paperwork. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell announced a timeline for the rollout during his weekly talk show on Tuesday.
We're hoping to have an electronic ED card shortly. The last stage is for us to be able to have the Customs Department give us their feedback on input. As you are aware, the ED card has immigration information on the back side. It has the customs information as well. So we want to make sure that we get both of that done electronically. And then once that happens, we will eliminate the paper card. I'm optimistic that certainly by September of this year, we should have the electronic ED cards implemented.
However, he noted that a full transition away from ED cards is not yet feasible.
Ideally, we are hoping to get to a point where we don't have ED cards even electronically as well, but that requires both legal and further technological upgrades. But we're starting first with switching to ED cards.
The primary barrier is the absence of a robust biometric system capable of securely collecting and storing data from residents, returning nationals, and international visitors alike. Digitization has remained a key focus for the current administration, and the introduction of electronic ED cards marks another step forward in modernizing government services and improving operational efficiency. This latest development builds on previous digital enhancements at the airport, including the installation of automated passport kiosks that allow travelers to scan their passports, bypassing traditional immigration lines and expediting the entry process. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has announced plans to reform the prison system, focusing on diverting individuals who commit less serious crimes away from the remand section of the prison. Instead, they'll be placed on bail. The Prime Minister emphasized the need for a cautious approach to avoid over-criminalizing offenses. During his weekly DM with the PM session, Mitchell highlighted the government's commitment to reforming the prison system, prioritizing a more nuanced approach to justice. The proposed reforms aim to address concerns about the prison population and provide a more effective and fair system for those who commit minor offenses.
The prison obviously was not meant to hold a number of persons it's holding, and oftentimes people are sent on remand, meaning they are not yet tried, but they have not been granted bail and they're in the prison system. So we have to get to a point where hopefully for more serious crimes people may be on remand, but for less serious crimes we don't need to have them in the prison system. We also have to look at what do we send people to prison for. A lot of the traffic offenses and so on, where bus drivers are being sent to prison and so on. Honestly, this is nonsense. Right? These are traffic offenses. These are more commercial offenses, and I think it will probably hurt a bus driver to be paying a larger fine or to have his license revoked than to be sent to prison, because to me that's counterintuitive. So on the sentencing side, we have to be able to clearly distinguish between things that require incarceration and those that don't. But we also have to work on making sure that we do not over-criminalize behavior, and particularly for young men, where sometimes what you have is behavioral challenges and it leads to violence and so on, and you end up in prison, which then increases the risk that you then become a career criminal rather than someone who needs assistance.
COTED addresses new U.S. tariffs and consequential regional trade challenges at 60th regular meeting. Beverly Telesford reports.
Chairman of the CARICOM Council for Trade and Economic Development, COTED, and Barbados' Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Kerry Simmons, has highlighted the growing difficulties regional businesses face due to newly imposed tariffs by the United States on Caribbean nations. Minister Simmons was speaking at the opening of the 60th regular meeting of COTED on Tuesday. On April 1st, the U.S. enacted sweeping global tariff increases that included countries in Latin America and the Caribbean. Under the new executive order, most Caribbean nations now face a blanket 10% tariff, while Guyana was initially hit with a rate as high as 38%. Simmons emphasized the urgent need for CARICOM to evaluate how its exports can continue to access global markets with minimal trade barriers.
The recent tariff shocks are a stark reminder of the need for us to diversify our trade and economic relations. We must redouble our efforts to deepen existing and explore new markets and develop new partnerships if the region is to advance its goal of economic growth and sustainable development.
CARICOM Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett also addressed the gathering, stressing that the region is confronting multiple trade-related challenges in an increasingly volatile geopolitical climate.
The question of whether our exports can enter markets with the least possible barriers and whether imports reach us in a timely, safe, and affordable manner all impact the performance of our economies and determines whether we thrive or struggle as a community. These considerations must be uppermost on our minds today and into tomorrow as we take critical decisions in our region's interests.
She underscored the importance of promoting regional production, enhancing intra-regional trade, and updating trade policies to foster entrepreneurship and simplify business development. Dr. Barnett also pointed to the need for resolving persistent trade impediments and eliminating long-standing issues of non-compliance that hinder regional integration. The two-day meeting concluded on Wednesday. Reporting for GBN News, I'm Beverly Telesford.
Braving the rain, Grenadians flocked to the National Stadium on Wednesday, hoping to have their ailments resolved by the team from USNS Comfort Hospital ship, currently on medical mission in Grenada. More in this report from Rena Pierre-Thomas.
Despite raining skies, Grenadians turned out in significant numbers at the Currani James Athletic Stadium today to access free medical services provided by the crew of the USNS Comfort, a United States Navy hospital ship currently docked in Grenada. The medical team aboard the USNS Comfort will conduct 100 surgeries during the mission in Grenada, with patients handpicked by the Ministry of Health based on urgent medical needs. U.S. Navy Commander Hoye says the medical team is also accepting walk-ins, including children.
When we're here, we have 4 main lines of service. So we have adult medicine, we have pediatric medicine, we have optometry, and we have dental. And around those services, we also have physical therapy, we have a dermatologist, a cardiologist, women's health, we have pharmacy, and then we also provide laboratory and x-ray services. And that is pretty much everything at the med sites here. Every day is walk-in, so we have the line set up outside, so at any point people can line up. We ask them to line up in the 4 lines of services, and then we take them in as they come, as many as we can see.
Commander Hoye, who leads the on-ground medical site, added that the team hopes to provide assistance to over 1,000 Grenadians during their time on the island.
Yesterday was our surgical screening day, so we were able to screen about 100 patients patients and schedule more than 50 surgeries on the ship for the next few days. Trying to get at least 300 patients through each day. If we can do more, that would be great. So, yeah, that's the goal. Today is the first day, so I think we're a little slow, but we'll speed up over the next. A little more challenging to work in the rain, but we got some tents set up. We're getting more on the way, so hopefully we'll get everybody covered.
Although Wednesday's turnout began slow due to the rainy conditions, the U.S. Embassy Principal Officer Francis Herrera expressed optimism about the public's response.
I think that everyone's excited, and I've actually stopped and talked to some of the patients here, and they have only said so many positive things. Despite the rain, despite the challenges this morning, the medical team here, they really worked quickly to help get tents up and get everything ready for the patients. So I think tomorrow will be a little bit of a different start to the day, despite all the rain. Look how many they've already seen today, several hundred already. And if you all saw what I saw, the staff, the medical team, they're all excited and they're just pushing everyone through as quickly as they can.
The USNS Comfort's visit is part of a broader U.S. Navy medical mission across the Caribbean, offering not just treatment but building goodwill and cooperation among nations. Rena Pierre Thomas, GBN News.
Empowering young women. Elevate Her program takes off. More news to come. Stay with us.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
Nah, telling you. You them massive dragon. You see that? About 10 now, them make a hard of them, man. Me a 38, man. But you man 92. Yeah. You need the number one run, man. That is it. No, what? Nice. Yeah. Number one. Yeah, me too, man.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number one rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
$20 backup on pick 3 and cash for each, please.
Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet?
Yes, multi-X, all of them.
Smart. Best value bet. Backup and multi-X. You cannot go wrong.
Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your playway, daily pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Focusing on the holistic development of young women, the Ministry of Youth has completed the first phase of training with the first cohort of young women. Stay with us.
Since the launch of the Elevate Her program in April, the close to 200 trainees have been engaged in various skilled areas of the program. Appearing as a guest on GBN's To The Point program Wednesday, Senator Sylvie Francis highlighted some of the specific areas of training the young women are currently focused on. She noted, too, that this initiative provides the young people with a clear pathway upon completion of their training.
The distinct difference between the Imani program and the Elevator program is that there's a clear path out. It's not something where they're uncertain as to how it is going to end. But with this program, they know exactly what's happening. Currently, we have about just right below the 200 border in that program. And they'll be focusing on agriculture and specifically smart farming, livestock and poultry production, crop production. In the hospitality area, they'll be focusing on commercial food preparation, to become sous chefs, bartending, and housekeeping, for that matter. We have allied health care professionals that we're grooming them to be that, and we know.
The Elevate Her program serves as a replacement for what was the Imani program. It is a transformative initiative aimed at empowering women and girls through career mentorship, skills training, development, and leadership. The program is a flagship initiative under the Ministry of Youth and Sports, aligned with Government's Vision 75. The first cohort of almost 200 participants includes unemployed women across Grenada who are benefiting from hands-on training in the agriculture, health, and hospitality sectors for no more than 18 months. Senator Francis explained that the training provided aims to alleviate some of the societal challenges being experienced.
I think it's, I would say the agriculture, and it's surprising to me. It's surprising. Because, I think because we're focusing on smart agriculture and smart, that smart agriculture practices. Right. So it's a shift in what they're accustomed to. There'll be in livestock and poultry production and all all these things. And from that, there's the entrepreneurial aspect of it. Okay. So it's not just a training where they're learning, but in the end, they can become entrepreneurs and start their own poultry business and all these different things. No longer, we may still do importing, but that's also one of the ways that we're trying to bridge that food import bill.
Great.
That is so massive right now. So we've been structuring all the programs we have to curb some of the challenges that we have in our society.
Apart from not being able to accommodate as many young females as they would like, Francis said some skilled areas are experiencing an overload.
Additionally, some of the areas, it's a bit saturated. Okay. So we have young women who, let's say, for example, may prefer hospitality, but because we can only accommodate a certain amount within that field, then they may have to choose their second option. One of the challenges that we have, and that's one of the beautiful things about the program as well. We're building the capacity of these young women, not just the skills aspect of it.
Christina John, GBN News.
Coming up next, we'll have sports and international news.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot-type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up. Several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Good evening, sports fans. Officials here are moving full steam ahead with plans for the hosting of the second test match off the Australia Open Tour for the Caribbean. The match is set for the Grenada National Stadium from July the 3rd to the 7th. Only recently, Cricket West Indies, CWI, announced its 16-member squad for the much-anticipated 3-match home test Series A, which begins on Wednesday, June the 25th at Kensington Oval in Barbados for the coveted Sir Frank Worrell Trophy. This series signals the critical start of the 2025 to 2027 ICC Test Championship cycle. Several changes have been made to the squad that last featured in the drawn series against Pakistan earlier this year. Cricket West Indies CWI CEO Chris Daring commended the government of Grenada for its ongoing upgrades to the Grenada National Cricket Stadium earlier this year. Daring, along with CWI President Dr. Kishore Shallow and Director of Cricket Miles Bascombe, toured the venue on April the 2nd. Chair of the local organizing committee is Norman Gilbert.
Right, so let me say to you that we have had visits both from the Australian Cricket Board as well as the West Indies Cricket Board. We have had 2 visits from CWI and we have had 1 from the Australian Cricket Board. I can say I'm very happy that they have given us good reviews so far regarding where we are in terms of preparation. Primarily, the inspection would have focused on pitch and field, as well as the players and match officials area, to ensure that there's a level of comfort for players in terms of the dressing room, the requirements, the standard requirements for the dressing room, which would include things like having a cold shower, having the cupboards and hanging facilities that can accommodate the players, and to ensure that the match officials also have a comfortable space, the technical stuff required, the live feed from the television, etc., for match operation, which includes ensuring that there is access to the review system from the third umpires to the on-field umpires, that scorers have access to the technology that is required for ensuring a smooth transition and scoring of the game. So far, I believe that they are all expressed satisfaction with the level of work that has been done and the level of readiness. Of course, there are some minor polishing to be done in the players and match officials area, but generally we are very satisfied, and the reports have been very positive in that regard, including the practice nets, which is also going to be a requirement for both teams.
The field has and will continue to be the envy of the region.
For an exciting encounter where we expect a result to be had from this game, and so all have been done to start and commence preparation for the wicket. And if you actually come into the stadium, you'll be surprised that the outfield is looking very lush at the moment. Some work still to be done, yes, in the final weeks as we move into the game. But we would have had the support of the West Indies head creator, who has been providing support to the technical and local team, the local creators. Mr. Crafton has been giving his support and his advice, and has provided guidance in terms of the work plan to ensure that the outfield is in top-notch condition for 5 days of cricket, and that we are very confident that we are going to be able to produce a very lush green outfield and a pitch that would actually produce a result within the 5 days. Of course, we don't want to.
Grenada competed a 3-2 win against St. Kitts and Nevis last evening in their final round of the CONCACAF qualifiers for the FIFA World Cup 2026. The match was played at Warner Park Football Stadium in Basseterre, St. Kitts and Nevis. This is how the game rolled out. Tyrese Simpson placed the home side in the lead in the 34th minute with a left-footed strike from the outside edge of the box. Then Regan Charles Cook equalized for the visitors in the 49th minute with a shot from the left side of the box. Jermaine Francis placed Grenada in the lead with a header in the 76th to connect on a corner kick service from Charles Cook. Darius Johnson extended the lead for the Spice Boys in the 90th minute to all but seal the victory. Romain Sawyer cut the deficit for St. Kitts and Nevis in the 90th +4 as Grenada took the 3 points and awaited the result of the other match in the game. That result never came. Trinidad and Tobago fell 2-1 to Costa Rica at the Estadio Nacional, but held on to second place in Group B. Jalen Mitchell opened the scoring for Los Ticos with a 23rd minute header, and Warren Madrigal doubled the advantage in the 38th. Levar Garcia's composed finish in the 58th offered hope for the Soca Warriors, and while they couldn't secure a point, their 7-point haul and better goal difference than Grenada was enough to see them through. The day marked the end of the second round with group winners and runners-up. Honduras, Bermuda, Costa Rica, and Trinidad and Tobago now move on to the final round of CONCACAF qualifying. And that's what's been happening in sports. Now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. Trade and Economic Development ministers from the 15-member Caribbean Community, CARICOM, concluded a 2-day meeting in Guyana on Wednesday, with their discussion taking place against a challenging trade backdrop and a rapidly changing geopolitical environment. CARICOM Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett addressed the 60th meeting of the Council of Trade and Economic Development, COTED, emphasizing the need to diversify the region's trade and economic relations due to recent tariff shocks. We get this report from Guyana News Source.
The 2-day Trade and Economic Development meeting will see the regional ministers and leaders addressing a number of trade-related matters, including the proposed implementation of the revised Common External Tariff. A progress report from the Sectoral Working Group reviewing CARICOM rules of origin and reports from the Monitoring Mechanism on Sugar, Cement and Rice are expected to be tabled before the Council. The CARICOM ministers will also address compliance with the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas and decisions of COTED as CARICOM works to enhance the operations of the CARICOM single market and economy. All the key discussions will center around the draft industrial policy and strategy for 2025 to 2030 and issues related to the free movement of community nationals. Additionally, the Council will review several external trade matters, including development of the World Trade Organization and the implications of America First trade policy for CARICOM trade and economic prospects. They will also look at the negotiations to expand preferential market access under the Agreement on Trade, Economic and Technical Cooperation between CARICOM and Colombia.
Hundreds gathered peacefully in Los Angeles' Grand Park to protest immigration raids and distribute red cards, advising undocumented immigrants not to engage with officers for U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. They condemned President Trump's deployment of the National Guard, and the protest aimed to halt family separations, with attendees carrying flowers to a Homeland Security guarded detention facility. Despite an imposed curfew, crowds remained defiant, calling the action necessary to stop raids, with organizers framing the rally as a defense of constitutional rights. Al Jazeera's Teresa Ball reports from Los Angeles.
Teresa Ball has been following developments on the ground for us in LA.
We're here in the Grand Park in downtown Los Angeles, where hundreds of people have gathered to carry out a peaceful demonstration to demand an end to the raids carried out by immigration officers, also known as ICE, not only here in the Los Angeles area, but also across the country.
Don't make a protest with fighting with the police. This one is for calm down everything. Feeding the discourse for Donald Trump for I need to use the military, the National Guard for stop everything.
They're also giving away these red cards that you can see here to undocumented immigrants in the country, where it says do not open the door of your house to an immigration agent, do not answer any questions, and do not sign any paper. This is what they say, a way of respecting people's constitutional rights.
We don't need a big military here. Los Angeles Police Department, the Sheriff's Department for the county, they can handle it. It's not a problem. We're Los Angeles. We've done this before. And this is really nothing compared to what has happened in the past. So why are we gathering? Why are people coming together to protest? Because families are being torn apart.
People made it peacefully to this detention facility that is being guarded by Homeland Security and also by the National Guard. They're carrying flowers. The local government imposed a curfew from 8 o'clock in the evening until 6 o'clock in the morning, immediately after they started pushing people away from the detention center. However, people until now continue to be on the streets challenging the curfew. They say that this is necessary for the ICE raids to end. Teresa Bo, Al Jazeera, Los Angeles.
As has been happening around the region and the wider world today. for a recap of the night's top headlines. Tree branch collapse injures 2 in St. George. Grenada's investment and marketing agency revenues plummet. 72% drop in April 2025. Grenada seeks eased visa restrictions with Canada. And in regional news, CARICOM ministers meet in Guyana to address trade challenges. While internationally, LA protesters defy curfew, demand end to immigration, ICE raids, and National Guard deployment. In sports, LOC says plans well underway for Windies versus Australia test in St. George. If you missed any part of this newscast, there'll be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.